Hello and welcome to Dice Shrapnel. My name's Jimmy. I'm going to be the regular game master.
My name's Brett. I play Joshua Johnson.
Hi, my name is Jake. I play the character Thomas Kahn.
My name is Daryl. I play Ross Thibodeau.
I'm Mark. I play Trevor Smith.
Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm an engineer for Texas Instruments.
My name is Danny. My character is Gwendolyn Mitchell, who also goes by Gwen.
September 26th, 1982. The first episode of Knight Rider, an American action crime drama, aired. Knight Rider was a television series created by Glenn A. Larson. The show starred David Hasselhoff as Michael Knight, a sleek and modern crime fighter, assisted by Kit, an advanced, artificially intelligent, self-aware, and nearly indestructible car.
Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
October 7th, 1983. The U.S. Department of Energy established the Civilian Radioactive Waste Management Office. December 3rd, 1984. Do They Know It's Christmas? A charity song written by Bob Geldof and Midge Uri to raise money for the 1983 to 85 famine in Ethiopia, released in the UK. It was first recorded by Band Aid, a supergroup assembled by Geldof and Uri, consisting of popular British and Irish musical acts at the time. It entered the UK singles chart at number 1 and stayed there for 5 weeks, becoming Christmas number 1. It sold 1 million copies in the first week, becoming the fastest selling single in UK chart history. It held that title until 1997, when it was overtaken by Elton John's Candle in the Wind, 1997. UK sales passed 3 million on the last day of 1984. The song also reached number 1 in 13 other countries. In the US, it fell short of the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 due to a lack of airplay, but still sold an estimated 2.5 million copies in the US by January 1985. That brings us to today, Monday, January 14th, 1985. When last we left our stalwart investigators, they were at, what was the name of that business?
It was Manners and Fry Tech.
Yes, there we are. There's my notes. Yes, at Manners and Fry, we had JJ and Thomas inside the shop discussing things with the two employees that were still remaining inside. Ross had gone around to the back and was joined not long after by Gwen giving chase when it seemed like the young lady who was working as a manager was taking too long coming back from the back room area where all of the invoices were. We were picking up with Ross running down the stretch behind the strip mall, followed not far behind by Gwen, as that woman realizes that she has been caught trying to run away, has dropped the phone receiver in a payphone, and is rushing to a car that is parked behind the strip mall. Also present is a motorcycle. As you can see on the map, there's a large trash container, as well as a couple smaller trash bins. The car in question that is parked there that she is rushing towards, that is a 1982 Charger, Dodge Charger, which I believe was actually name something slightly different because the Charger line. The Omni. The Dodge Omni Charger. It's a two-door. It's dark blue. Next to it is a motorcycle. A Honda. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's a crotch rocket. Yes, it most assuredly is a crotch rocket. Now, as you and Ross are rushing towards her, you notice right off the bat, she dropped the receiver real quick. In her other hand, she was holding a yellow canvas bag. Not a purse style. This looks more like a bank deposit bag. And she is making a beeline towards that car. Before we go any further with stuff going on in the back, I would like for Brett and Jake to make IQ rolls for your characters. This is to add any acute vision bonuses that you might have.
Is that IQ?
IQ.
Wow.
Definitely made it.
I failed that bad.
Oh, there's a lot
Yeah.
of ones.
Yeah, I got a 5 with an IQ of 15. So
That's a critical success. Okay.
I
You,
failed very bad.
You're still focused on the black and white TVs. You notice one of the other employees pulls the curtain to the side in order to go to the back. He's working on some parts and he realizes, I don't have everything that I need. So when he pushes the curtain across, you can see clearly it's a straight shot to the back door. The back door is open, and between here and there, you can see that there is a wall safe that is also open, and it appears to be devoid of contents from this distance. There might be something small laying in there, but it looks like somebody opened it and then bolted with the contents. Prior to noticing that, however, you did see something else. There's a photo hanging up on the wall inside the shop,
Okay.
and it's the woman that is the manager, and you realize that there are two other people that are present, and you recognize one of them, Colin Holthouse.
okay.
That's what you noticed before you realized curtains open. I can see that the door at the back is wide open, and you don't make her out anywhere in the back room.
Okay. I'm gonna say, well, thanks for your help, guys. We really got to get going, and I'm gonna kind of eyeball him and be like, we need to go and head out the door.
Okay.
And
Maybe we'll chat again sometime.
okay. Which way are you going, left or right?
Right.
Okay, same direction that they went.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going the same way?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Now we're going back over to you. We're in the back, and we're from this point on going to go fully with initiative order with everything, and that puts you in the lead with everything. Gwen, what are you doing? Are you continuing to rush towards, or are you?
Do I see anyone immediately right there other than her?
You see Ross. You see her behind the strip mall. It's a service area. You're not seeing anybody in the service area. This is where trucks would come in to drop off goods, or the trash is being picked up from the larger dumpsters. Other than that, there's nobody present. Now, there is another business about half a block away, and it's got another rear portion and the strip mall facing the other direction.
I already told you I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna pull out my gun and aim for the tire.
Okay, you're going to stop moving, pull out the gun, and aim for a tire.
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking a full round of aiming then?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. Now, technically speaking, drawing the gun, that takes one round.
Yeah.
Aiming is going to be another round. Okay. Okay, so right now you're just drawing the gun. If you have quick draw, you can actually do a quick draw roll and aim in the same round and have it count for a full round aim.
I sadly do not have quick draw.
I understand. Just for future reference.
Yep.
Okay, so that takes care of Gwen. Ross, he's running. Except, he's not running well. As he's running, he gets past that trash can and is hit by a wave of dizziness. And he looks at the area by the can and collapses.
You want him collapsed?
Yes, collapse him.
Okay.
Okay. So he's stuck right there in the middle of the path. Harumph. Thomas, you're up next.
Well, I'm going to continue to run
You're
that,
just running.
in that direction.
Okay, so you're going to, at this point, probably be running ahead of him because your initiative is quicker, so you're getting ahead, going around the corner.
Okay.
Give me a running roll. If you don't have running, give me a strength or dex, whichever is better, -4 roll.
-4?
-4.
Okay. Made it, barely.
Okay, which one's better?
Dex,
Dex? And what'd you get?
11.
Oh, wait.
No, yeah.
You rolled an 11?
Oh, crap.
-4.
I
Yeah.
failed.
Then you fail. So
Thank
you're
you.
not getting anything additional as far as movement goes.
Right.
Unless you want to use luck.
I should have gone to high school. Anyway, I'm going to hold off on my auto success for now.
Okay.
I'm going to hang on to it.
Well, luck is an auto success. It's a reroll.
Oh, that's right.
Now, do you have...
I do have that.
You have a token too? What tokens
No,
do
I've
you
got,
have?
I've got inspiration and then I've got auto success. So,
Okay.
I'll use the luck.
Okay, gonna use luck
Is
for a
that
reroll?
Once a game, or is that once?
It's once per hour.
Okay.
So effectively you'll get 2 of those tonight. But if you use it now, still nothing?
Nope.
Okay. Your luck isn't holding out, you're just getting your base run in.
I had luck. I got one closer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This all-out run is getting you to the point where you're in front of the last business.
Okay.
If you are able to succeed on the next roll, you'll be able to make it all the way around and be almost where Gwen is now.
Okay.
You continuing the run?
Yep.
Same roll.
6, 7, and you said -4?
Yep.
Didn't make it.
Okay, so you're in the same boat as him. You're not gaining anything above and beyond your regular movement. So you're getting the 10 movement for the run, which puts you in front of that first store. So Danny, or pardon me, she's getting her movement. And technically speaking, she should have gone right before JJ, but we will go ahead and include her movement now. Not Gwen's.
The one that's already standing over there.
Oh, hers.
Okay. She was already heading towards her car.
Mhm.
1, 2, 5. And she was going for a full run. Yep. She's going to be able to make it to the door, but she's not going to be able to actually get into the car in this round.
I hope she fumbles with her keys.
Right?
Or
Okay.
maybe drops them or something.
Okay. That brings us back around to Gwen. You're taking the full round to aim.
Yep, making sure I don't accidentally hit Ross, who's just
laying
passed
on the
out,
ground. Yep.
and
He's
aiming
fine, he's
for
fine.
Tyre.
He's fine.
He's laying down, taking a nap. He's out of the line of fire. Unless you catch him with a ricochet from the rubber on the tire.
Not likely. All right. That takes care of Gwen, and Ross is out. He's not out. He's conscious, and he's
Discombobulated.
discombobulated, And you see him extending his hand towards the area behind the trash can and trying to concentrate
Okay. So
while laying on the ground. No, you can't see what it is that
Dumpster
he's
or
pointing.
trash can?
no,
Actual trash can.
no, I'm assuming that he's doing something magic. So I'm like, oh.
We're not orientating towards the trash can.
Yeah, that works. Awesome. Okay. That brings us to Thomas. Give me another run roll if you're continuing to run to try to catch
Might
him.
as well.
Okay. A success will get you basically right up next to her. A failure will just get you right around the corner. A critical failure will be worse.
Seriously?
That's an 11.
No, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
Same as I rolled last time.
Okay, so a fail, but it's not a critical failure. That's the important part right here. So you've made it to a point where you're around the corner and you can see down the alley the scene laid out before you. Gwen ahead of you, gun out and aiming, and her at her car. That brings us to her, and she is going to spend the full round getting into the vehicle. She opens up the door, throws everything into the passenger seat, and then hops in. So we can take her effectively off of the map because she is now in the car. Now we're at JJ. Running around.
Didn't make it. Not even close.
Okay, so you've caught up with him, but at least you didn't get a 17 or an 18, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Because that would have been a critical, and we don't want that. Right? Yeah, it might be funny, but no. So we're back around to Gwen.
Shooting the tire. What kind of bonus do I have?
Okay, your accuracy bonus for the weapon, but you're also going to be, since you're targeting a tire, that's going to be a minus. I believe that's a minus 6.
Minus 6 to
Yeah.
what bonus do I have for enemy?
You have the Glock, right?
Yes.
Okay. The ACC for the Glock is what you get to add
So
before.
3.
So you get to add 3, but then you subtract 6. So your skill minus 3, effectively, is what you're going to be rolling.
That's actually pretty good. If you're going to have something taken away, half of it taken away is better than all of it.
Yeah. Well, she had all of her bonus taken away, but it's cutting that penalty in half.
Right. That's one of it.
That's not so bad.
Why is my brain not computing with math?
What did
Okay.
you roll?
I rolled a 12 and my guns is normally 13. So
Okay.
I
You needed a 10 or less,
yeah.
so you missed.
Boo. Can I bribe for a +2?
No.
Oh.
No.
Good try.
Okay, and you rolled, what was it you rolled again?
I rolled a 12.
A 12, so you missed by 2. Okay, if you missed by 1, you would have hit the car itself as it is. Yeah, you shot and it ricochets underneath the car, doesn't hit either of the tires.
Does it hit the fuel tank?
No. All right. That was when
Hit the fuel line, collapsed it.
Ross is definitely having hit issues with whatever it is that's there at the can. And now, oh,
Fail?
he passed out.
Oh.
I rolled a 17.
Oh crap.
He was reaching out with all of his energy and might in order to try to resist whatever was there, and failed horribly. And you see a flash of green light come from behind the trash can, and a line of it goes over and looks like it's turning into a hand briefly that's digging into his head before it disappears.
Shoot. Okay, he needs to get out of there. Okay.
That's why they call it the Soul Snatcher.
And that brings us to Thomas.
Okay.
Okay, you're-
Have I gotten?
You're in the same position that she is.
Okay.
You're by me.
I'm gonna run past her
Okay.
Not in her line of fire,
Right.
but past her.
Yes. So you're going wide
Sure.
to make certain that you're not in her line of sight.
Wide or narrow, whichever you.
Whichever way. Well, you could either go on the right or on the left of her. Right of her is going to be closer to the building and less out of her field of vision. Left is going to be more likely to end up in her field of vision, so it makes more sense that you would try the right.
We'll go right. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you're rushing along the building, trying to stay out of her line of sight. Do you want to try to roll to see if you can get further than, or no?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
On the way past her,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to ask, where'd she go?
Car.
Okay.
Well, poo.
That brings us to her, and she is going to start the card.
Is it you or her? Oh, her.
She goes
Okay.
first.
She goes right before JJ.
That's right. Okay.
She failed?
The engine, she pounds down on that gas, and then she starts the engine.
What year's the car?
It's an 81.
Carbureted. Flooded.
Or no, 82, but yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
carbureted.
it's an 82. Yep, it's not starting. JJ.
I shall run.
Okay.
What's the gas, lady?
Didn't make it.
Okay.
Got a 15.
You're catching up with him. At this point, you're essentially one hex behind him. You're both along the right-hand side. One more round of running, and you'll be at Ross. If you succeed, you can actually get past Ross.
How many squares ahead of me are they? Just for comparison, since I can't visualize
see
that
where
at
you're
the
at.
moment.
Okay, each time that they're running, they're effectively running 10 hexes.
Okay.
They haven't gotten any bonus hexes, so
They were behind me at first, and now they're.
they
so
caught
are they
up to
about
where you
5
were.
ahead of me? Or a
No,
little less than that?
when they rounded the corner there, that's where you had stopped, drew your gun.
Okay.
So they are effectively about 10 ahead of you now.
Okay, I thought I had been like one business in, so that's where my mind
Okay.
was going off.
Close enough, 9 to 10, because he's one behind. It's right in that general region.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I wasn't including a penalty for distance for you either. We'll have to remember that for the next shot. Sorry,
That's okay.
but at least it's still a stationary subject.
It's my turn now.
You're both
Isn't it?
Yes.
So that's a bonus.
Yes.
Okay, I am gonna start going up there because I heard that.
The run. Okay, so you're running up as well,
Yeah.
or are you walking?
I'm walking,
Okay.
and as I'm walking, I'm gonna be like, "Careful, magic stuff."
Where?
Pointing at trash can.
That's fair, right? We can
Uh,
talk.
Well, you have 1 second that you're working with.
Careful, magic stuff.
Careful, magic stuff. She's pushing the edge with careful. There's magic.
Okay.
You responding would be on your initiative responding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ross, yeah, he's out. So now it is your initiative. Okay, and are you
I'm
rushing
gonna
up?
continue to run, but
Okay.
I'm gonna ask her where.
Okay.
I already said I was gonna be pointing.
Which is going to be your next round. You're pointing in that general
I'm still
vicinity.
running.
However, give me an IQ roll. Because both of you had rounded the corner when the flash hit.
Oh, whether we saw it or not.
Yeah, seeing whether or not, because this is a lot to take in.
Finally, something good.
Okay?
I got an 8.
All right. Yeah, careful magic stuff. You saw that green hand dig into his head and then disappear.
Okay.
Where? Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna continue to run
Okay.
at the trash can.
Okay. Okay. Are you trying to tackle the trash can?
Nope, I'm going to try to knock it over on my way by.
Okay. Just give me a brawling check.
Rolling.
For the most part, it's alphabetized, starting at the top. One of the advantages of me setting up your character
Good,
sheet.
judo. Does that count?
Judo?
I could use the
Yeah.
trash can's
Yeah, you can use the...
weight and momentum against it.
Well, in that case, you're substituting with judo. You can substitute the skill that you have in it for your dex when it comes to any dex-related roll, and this would apply. Because with judo, you also have the ability of changing placement of things using their weight.
I got it.
Woo! Okay, judo chop can. All right, and let's go ahead and put your character on the field. As I recall, we had you as that one's.
Nope, that one. Okay.
Let's see,
The one with the gun.
was it the gun?
Yep.
Okay, that's what we had for.
Because the one with the suitcase is JJ.
Yeah. So you're right next to the can, and the can has been knocked over.
Okay. That work?
If you would like it facing that direction, I was expecting that you would probably be pushing it forward more.
Like this?
No, the can.
Yeah, the can.
Oop, I broke the can.
No, you didn't. That's
Is that one of the can holder things?
it's one of those can holder things. So when you smack the can and knock it over, you rolled an 8. That's what, 5 under, or is that 4 under?
I had judo is an 11, and I rolled.
No, I'm talking about for your IQ roll for the perception.
Oh, IQ was 12.
Okay, so you made it by 4?
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be enough. We're going to count that. You see that there is a glyph of some sort that seems to only really be affecting Ross.
Okay, is it glowing? Is it engraved?
It's engraved.
Engraved into the can?
No, it wasn't engraved into the can. It was engraved into the concrete behind the can. But you have interposed the can between it and Ross.
Okay. So they're not in direct line of sight.
Correct. Okay. That takes care of your movement. That brings us to her again. Let's see if... Okay, that works. She was able to get the engine started this time.
No.
But because it was flooded, it's going to take a second before she's going to be able to actually start driving. So, we are back to JJ. Giving me the run roll. Run.
Did not make it.
Okay. You can make it up to 1 behind where Jake is. So,
Just the
Blue
one.
suit.
Right.
the one that you thought was you. Right
This
there.
one?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
Oh, okay.
He had claimed that one at the very beginning of the gaming. Yep.
Up there.
All right. And that brings us back around to Gwen. Are you going to run? You're going to shoot? You're going to aim? What you going to do?
You said it's going to take a second for it to pull out. Correct.
Most likely.
Get your money out of the gun.
Sometimes it takes a second.
Say anything!
I was looking at
She was pointing at him.
Yes, she was.
That would have been something I probably would have done.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna aim for
Well,
the hood
well played.
towards more the engine because that's a bigger target.
I didn't say anything.
You're going to aim
As
for
soon
the
as she
engine
said
block
it, I looked at my head,
effectively?
and you were making a face.
Okay.
Like,
Can I put it there so she can't drive off? Without hopefully blowing her up.
Okay. Go ahead. You're firing at the car, essentially trying to aim for the engine block or any of the
Yep.
important works. And yeah,
Nope.
what'd you get?
Fail.
Okay, and you didn't
6.
take a round to aim
I did
either.
a 17.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
alright,
dice
which
are
one
no-
of us got shot?
Those are dice jail.
Okay. Well, we now go to the critical miss chart. All right, roll 3d6 and tell me what you got.
It's got a double stovepipe.
Why did I roll this?
No kidding.
3, 4, 5, 6.
6. If you get a hit yourself roll again, count that result for half or full damage, as the case may be. So you get one more shot at this. If you roll a 6 again or a 5 again, you end up shooting yourself.
14.
14. Okay.
What? Is it beneficial?
Doesn't sound as bad as the
Okay, I was just reading the full.
first exclamation.
Okay. The full description for this critical miss is your weapon flies 1d yards from your hand, 50% chance straight forward or straight back. Anyone on the target spot must make their dex roll or take half damage from the falling weapon. Exception: if this was an impaling attack, you simply drop the weapon as per result 9. A missile weapon will not fly from your hand, it just drops. However, the missile was a bullet. So in this case, what happened is
You got a slide by it and dropped it.
or well, I was going to go with you were using a firm grip, and the recoil threw it out of your hand behind you.
Okay.
So
I like
firmly
that.
grasp it. Firmly grasp the gun. You're focused on. Oh, it's the magic. Oh, blam! Ow.
Okay.
So it's now going to be. Let's see.
Wait, so does that mean the car has to dodge the bullet?
No.
Oh.
No. It was not a properly aimed shot. And you just fired randomly. You didn't hit anybody
This time.
this time. And you lost your gun, and it is now 3 feet behind you.
3 feet? Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, that's
I can
not
get
bad. That's
I
one.
can pick up next
Got
round.
a question.
Yeah.
The trash can holder up thing, is that?
Bolted in.
Damn.
The can itself is a reasonably heavy one still.
Okay.
But yes, the holder is bolted in place.
Is that glyph behind the holder?
Nope, it's up against the wall. So you can actually brace the can against the wall and fully block it.
Okay.
I think he was trying to use the trash can as a block for the vehicle.
Okay.
I was going to use one of them to kind of roll towards the vehicle and hopefully slow it down a little bit, but that's not going to work.
Right.
Because
Also, there's
block.
Ross in the way of the vehicle. But, Thomas, you're up. What are you doing? Decide quickly.
I'm going to stop where I'm at,
Mhm.
draw and shoot at the car.
Okay.
Towards tire.
So, this round you're drawing your weapon.
Actually, I'm going to shoot at the engine block.
Okay, this round you're drawing.
I have quick draw.
Give me the roll.
I'm pretty sure I got quick draw. Let me double check. Well, yeah, fast draw.
Fast draw. Yep.
Okay, so
So, give me the roll.
Come on. Good numbers. Good numbers.
crap. What
If
is it?
it's low, keep it. It's a 4. So I don't know if that was a low number.
It was a 4.
It was a 4.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right on the money.
Okay, so you drew the weapon. No problem. Now you're just going to do a standard shot without taking
Yes.
a turn. Okay. And are you what are you aiming at before you roll?
Engine block.
Okay. Okay. Aiming for the engine block.
With the auto success.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. Need to double check what the
Do you
DR
know what
is for.
gun do you have?
45.
Oh wait, that's
Okay, that's not what I have. It's a gun on your back.
Yeah,
oh, it's a
you're
45.
running.
Oh god.
Yep, 1911.
Yeah, that'll do some damage.
I knew you'd be able to answer that.
And definitely thank you, Danny.
Yes.
Okay.
This is where I want bingo squares. And not so much. I got a 4.
A 4. Oh.
I was kind of disappointed. Guys, do
But
better.
maybe it did enough damage to make it so the car stop.
so it can be trailed and break down.
Or that. So with us shooting guns, we want to leave
If one of us have a 357, a 357 will crack
Too
an
bad
engine
he don't
block.
have his
Yes.
AK.
Well, yeah. It would at least
That would
cause some
definitely
pretty good
intimidate the
damage.
lady if you
We'll just pull.
pulled out your AK
They
right
have
now.
a way of doing that.
Engine crippled.
Sweet.
So yes, you probably didn't actually shatter the engine block, considering
No,
it was the 1 point.
Probably
But you hit something very vital, and it went ding 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 ding.
blew the carburetor off of it or something.
Yes, so it's doing absolutely nothing. You hear it sputter and die. All right.
She's probably slamming her fists on the tire on the
As soon
steering
as
wheel.
that happens, she leans over and opens up the glove compartment and grabs a weapon.
So say, dive for cover.
Okay, that's her. You're up, JJ.
I am going to go diagonally to try to get behind the motorcycle for some concealment.
Okay, going in her line of fire. Got it. Cool.
My line of fire? Okay.
Now,
Into the line of fire.
are you going for a full run, and are you trying to get additional movement?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll for the additional movement.
Missed it by one again, man.
Okay, so we are going with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full run gets you right there, and you're
I'm going to be like
ducking
crouching
down.
Yeah.
Get to the end of your run and crouch. Motorcycle for cover. Gwen.
I'm crouching to pick up my gun. So that way I'm a smaller target for one. And two.
Okay. Are you backing up, or are you?
Yeah, I'm backing up. Sorry, I still have her line
Still
of sight
have her
while
in the line of
grabbing
sight.
gun.
Backing up, so that puts you back one space, picking up the gun. Okay, good. Ross is still out of commission.
Yeah.
Thomas.
I'm yelling cover, and I'm making a beeline run straight for the car.
Okay.
Doing a little jig and jog.
Okay, if you're doing a serpentine,
No,
that's
no,
gonna
I'll do a straight out run.
it's going to eat up your movement. So,
I'll do a straight out run.
okay, give me a roll if you're wanting to try to add to your movement. Otherwise, you're going to be able to run a full 10. If you get a success,
Oh no, that's not a success.
Oh,
13.
No. Okay.
It's not a critical.
That was my fear because I can't see whatever that blue dice
That was with a -4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So, you're able to go. That puts you right here. That's how far you're able to run in that one round.
Okay.
Effectively, you were not changing your facing. You were rushing as much as possible.
Yep. And running with my gun drawn. That's pictured.
She is just doing a snapshot, not actually aiming, targeting you. She just barely missed you.
I'm okay with this.
I figure you are. Just barely missed you. I was.
Did I hear the bullet zing by?
JJ.
I think I'm going to. So is she back up against a wall, or is this just an open
She's in the
parking lot?
It's an open parking lot area. There's a curb right behind her, and then there's grass that's between this
So
and
there's no-
another rear service entrance area to another strip mall.
Okay. You said it takes a full round to draw a weapon.
Full round to draw a weapon, yes.
That's what I do this round. Is draw my weapon.
Okay. Grabbing, what was it, the 1911?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
choice.
Back in this time, I mean, my character would have been skeptical of Glocks, so that's my own reason.
It was very new technology at that time frame.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know mine's an 82, so that's part of why I figured it was.
It's funny as
Yeah.
some of the well-known firearms companies are just now coming out with that same
Okay.
kind of technology.
Yeah.
My turn,
Yes.
and
it
I
is
have my
yours.
gun, correct?
Yes, you've picked up your gun.
Okay, I'm running to Ross so I can try and grab him out of line of fire.
Okay, give me
Well-
a running roll.
And while I'm doing it, I'm looking around to see if anyone has come.
I'm going to make a generic reaction roll for her to see where she's going from here.
She's gonna poke me full of lead.
6. Bad reaction.
How bad is
Okay, in a potential combat situation, the NPC will attack unless outnumbered. If they are outnumbered, they will flee, possibly to attempt an ambush later. In this case,
She's outnumbered.
she's outnumbered, but she doesn't really have the availability to flee per se unless she's going out on foot.
Yeah.
So she is opening up the car
She is
door on
across
the other
car
side.
from
She's
me.
across the car. You're not firing on her this round.
No.
You already made your attempt. So she's getting out of the car, and she's going to be heading. At this point, she's going to try to. Do I have enough movement? That's half to get out of the car, and then.
She going sideways or away?
That's as far as she's going to be able to get. She's basically doing a full out run.
Well, she's actually not stupid because the dumpster could give her some
Yeah, she's going to try to.
conceal and cover. So
That
if
was
she
definitely.
decides to return fire.
All right, that's where we're at for her. JJ.
What did I see in her hands? When she's running
Is
away?
she still holding her weapon?
Yes, you saw
Just
her
a weapon?
holding a 38 long
And,
nose.
the bag of. The
No,
big bag?
she didn't grab that.
Well, and you didn't see the bag to begin with.
Yes, this is true.
So I only see a gun in
you
her
only see
hand.
a gun in her hand.
Okay.
I was curious about that, but it wasn't my turn to ask.
Yeah, no. All you see her going out with is a gun in her hand.
Okay. I'm gonna yell over the motorcycle we're not here to hurt you or to try to kidnap you. We just wanted to talk.
Okay.
Fast talk.
Yeah,
Turns and
we'll go with
Fast talk.
We'll go with fast talk.
He's got it. Come on.
Come on.
I made it.
You did?
Hot dog.
Yeah, my fast
I just
talk
saw
says
high
16 and I've got 15 on my
Nice.
I just saw high numbers, so I'm like, oh, that's no.
Okay. You say that, however, it's not her turn to react. So, Gwen, what are you doing? And are you screwing it up? No.
We just want to have some drinks with your husband.
I'm gonna check on Ross to make sure he still has a pulse from whatever magic thing just happened.
Give me a first aid check.
Okay.
Good call.
Giving him a once over.
I rolled an 11 to a 14, so.
Okay. You roll him into a recovery position, and when you do, you see that his eyes are rolled up, wide open, and there's little sparks of green that are coming out the sides.
I don't.
But he's breathing. He's breathing very heavily.
With my sunglasses, do I notice anything else, or is that all I notice?
That's all you're seeing.
Okay.
You're reminded of the scene where Dana is possessed by Zool in
Okay.
Ghostbusters. The only thing that's missing is the levitating.
Okay.
And the voice saying, "There is no Dana, only Zool."
Good.
All right, and that brings us to Thomas. You heard him shouting that. The question is, do you think that she's actually falling for it?
I'm going to move up to the car, drop behind the front driver's side tire on my side, the front passenger side
Front
tire.
passenger.
Lay my hands across the hood,
Okay, for stability.
stability and cover,
Mm-hmm.
and stop at that point.
Okay.
See what she does.
Let's go ahead and just move your mini forward a little bit. That works. Okay. You see her drop the 38 on the ground and then go around the corner so that she is fully behind the dumpster.
Well,
Now,
She dropped the 38 though.
she dropped the
that
38.
means she doesn't have something else.
Who sent you? All right, that's JJ. You're up.
Another good fast talk.
Yell out Zool.
Now, fast talk isn't for lying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't. Why did we come to the video store?
Because Walter recommended that we figure out what was going on with the
And
mayor.
the video store is the people that took out the equipment from the Auto Duel Association.
Right. And what question did we ask that made her bolt like that?
You were asking about the service for the American Auto Duel Association, and she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have to check an invoice.
She was lying.
Right. Okay.
And you could tell she was lying, at least not fully truthful.
Tell the truth.
And she went into the back to look for the invoice, and next thing you know, gunfight ensues in the back.
Bolted.
So I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
Colin Holdhouse told us about you. We just had some questions.
Okay, give me a reaction roll on this. This is not a skill base, just roll 3d6 and we will confirm to the chart. Now we
9?
Okay. Neutral
No, you
reaction. Technically speaking, this would be a poor reaction, but considering the situation and the fact that you're name dropping, I'm going to give you a bonus on that. That puts it into the 11, which is the neutral range. And this is a case of a potential combat situation. NPCs inclined to go their own way and let the PCs go theirs. If a fight's already in progress, the NPCs will try to back off. So in this case, she's like, all right, sure, whatever. Just let me go. We're fine. Okay? I won't press any charges. You guys fired on me first. We'll call it good. Take whatever you want from the car. I'm out of here. All right, Gwen. Are you staying with Ross while he's...
You saw the bag, right?
Yeah.
Put your teeth on the car. Eat a brick.
Wow.
And she said, take whatever you want. And can she see that she doesn't have the bag?
Give me an IQ roll to see whether or not
Because if you can see that she
Yeah, I
doesn't have,
Yeah, you noticed that she didn't take the bag.
then you can say, for us, okay.
I'll be there. Thomas, grab the bag, and then someone help me get Ross to the car.
What bag?
In the car
Okay.
that you're at.
And there were no windows blasted out of this. She had the windows down on the car.
Okay. I was going to say the driver's side door is probably still open too.
Yeah. But you can see inside the passenger seat that there is a bank bag.
Okay.
I don't know if it's money or if it's evidence.
Okay. So, you heard that. It is your initiative. What are you doing?
I'm going to go up to the passenger side door, use my shirt, put my hand inside my shirt, try to open the door
Okay.
so I don't leave fingerprints.
Okay.
And if
That's
the door opens, then I will grab the bag.
okay. You're going to be able to grab the bag in this round.
Okay.
So, you're not going to be able to get the door shut in this round while doing that. So you're stuck there with the door open. You're on the inside of that, grabbing the bag.
Didn't you say the windows were open?
Yeah, he said he wanted to open up the door
You
though.
didn't want to. Okay.
Well, in case she comes around the side, he can still use that for partial cover. That's what you were thinking, wasn't it? Yeah. Tactics.
More metal is better.
I just was thinking, quick, grab and go.
And this is also in a time frame when cars were actually made out of metal. You grab that. Doesn't seem like she's doing much of anything that you can see.
Okay.
JJ.
I'm gonna say, I think we should just talk. Like, I don't think there's a reason. We're not trying to rob you or anything. We're not interested in stealing your things. Why did you run?
Okay. Give me another reaction roll.
Is that more fast talk?
Nope.
Get the bag.
This
we
is
just
a
want to
reaction.
talk. We're not robbing you.
I'm not trying to rob you.
How about a 7?
Oh.
You don't want to roll low for this situation. You want to
Okay.
roll high.
Yeah. Well, for this situation, considering that you're saying we don't really want to take anything, grab the bag. We're sticking with the poor. As talking is obviously not all you're here for, and I don't want to be here anymore. And then you hear gurgling.
Crap.
That was JJ. Gwen. Give me an IQ roll.
Oh, crap. If I think I know what just happened.
Oh, for sure. That just happened.
I rolled an 11 to an IQ of 14.
Okay. There's an explosion of green energy behind the can.
Yeah.
That coincides with the gurgling noise. And Ross sits bolt upright, and he no longer has green anything on him. He is sweating profusely. And you're not sure he's legitimately conscious. It looks almost like he's just reacting. He's not being violent, but he's sitting there and he's assessing wildly. What are you doing?
I'm hooking my arms underneath his arms so he doesn't run off without dragging someone. While also yelling, "Get away from her. Something bad."
Get away from her! Give me a brawl roll.
I don't have
What do you have as a fighting skill?
karate.
Okay, well this is going to be a grappling check, so give me a dex -3.
Oh, 6. You had to say -3.
Yes.
Boo.
Yeah.
I missed it by 1.
Okay, you would either need brawling or wrestling or judo to get this,
Because you're already on there.
because you're already on the ground. Depending upon the fighting style, that would determine effectively you're trying to put him into a full Nelson. You're trying to reach for him, and when you do, he's not even actively trying to fight you. It's just the spasming and the jerking that he's doing.
I can't get a go.
You can't get a hold on him, and he ends up jerking forward 3 feet away from you.
No! I'm trying to avoid that.
Don't worry about moving the model for the moment.
Okay.
I think we're good for that. Ross isn't doing anything else. Thomas?
I'm going to yell back to Gwen and say, deface the glyph behind the trash can.
Okay.
Okay. The gurgling is getting louder.
Is it coming from around the dumpster area?
Yeah. It sounds like her.
Yeah, is there a flame yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
JJ?
Where is
There is
she?
a green glow coming from the other side of the large trash canister thing that is she was hiding behind.
Yeah.
The dumpster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move as close as I can this round to the phone booth.
Okay. You doing a full run?
Yeah. And I kind of want to like,
Just keep
as
your
I
eyes on.
as I get there, I want to like peek over and see what she's doing.
Okay. You're
Didn't make it.
okay. That's as far as you're gonna get. Without a successful run, give me an IQ roll. This is for the visual.
7, 12, do a 15.
Okay, you see that she had stepped about 9 or so feet beyond the dumpster. But at present, there is green energy coming from the ground up into her, and she has the same rolled back eyes that Ross had, and she has liquid starting to come out of her mouth, and that's the gurgling noises. Her having, it's not just blood, there's other liquids coming out with the blood. There's obviously vomit, blood. You're pretty sure she had something with cheese earlier.
Blood and fluids.
Blood and fluids.
Pinky fluids.
Okay.
And
Save the
her
drugs.
her back is arched, almost at a 45-degree angle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's what you ended up with, Gwen.
He told me to deface the thing. Do I have a view of the glyph from where I'm at?
It's behind the can. No, so you can't see it. You saw where it was, effectively, obviously, because you saw the flashes. You saw where he was pointing at.
My question is if it's that glyph by that trash can or if it's a glyph by the dumpster.
I said the glyph by the trash can.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know what's affecting her. But and I'm gonna go over to the trash can to look at the glyph.
Okay. Are you moving? You're going to have to move the can in order to see it.
I was hoping to try and get an angle without moving it from blocking view of him, if that makes sense.
Okay. If
Okay.
you come over on this side of it and get up close, you should be able to actually see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So, and you are looking at it, and it is pulsing. Boom, boom. When you're this close to it, you can actually hear it hum.
Okay.
And the hums are in tune with.
Okay. So
Well,
that's the end of my turn.
that's the end of your initiative at this point because you were kind of hemming and hawing about deciding what to do, and you've already exceeded regular movement or matched your regular movement. That brings us to Thomas. As Ross is still out of it. He's sitting, but he's not
I'm
there.
going to start, since you've got eyes on her, I'm going to start moving back towards Ross. So we've got somebody on kind of each side of him. If he does something odd, hopefully we can catch him.
Okay. Using all of your movement, if you turn yourself fully around and then move 5, that's as far as you're going to be able to get this round.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not there.
So yeah, you've got good eyes on him in case something stupid happens with him.
Okay. And I can see you too,
Yeah.
just in case.
It's her initiative. You hear something snap. You can see from this angle that her left arm just bent at a really awkward angle, and you heard a snap to go along with it.
Exorcist.
It's got a bend that doesn't look natural.
Are you communicating anything? You're seeing. Okay, I'll just.
JJ.
I mean, not in the 1 second that it would take me to see that, we don't have time to go,
Well, you can communicate and still do something too. So.
Yeah.
You can speak for a second's worth while doing something that doesn't do a whole lot. So, are you shooting her? Or
No.
you...
I'm going to continue to the phone booth, and I want to, like, yell out, like, destroy it, like, to Gwen. Like,
Okay.
as I'm, like, running to
Destroy it! And heading further over to the phone booth.
to the one with the phone that's dangling.
She was at that one. Okay. And you definitely can see clearly she is not in good shape. There is blood and other things dripping off of her at this point.
You're saying she's had better days.
Oh, so many. Gwen?
I'm having the trash can kind of to block my body. And I'm shooting at the glyph.
You're
Because
shooting the glyph?
I have the.
I was kind of hoping she was going to.
Okay.
I have my gun in hand, and it would take longer to grab the knife.
Okay. Are you taking it around to aim, or are you just snapshotting it? Because it's a small target, so it's going to be harder to hit.
How far away is it?
She does have the bonus of point blank.
She's like,
Yeah, she's right on top of it.
I would say that.
I was planning on just snapshotting because
Okay.
we're just trying to be quick.
Okay.
And get
All
her
right.
out
So
of pain.
before you
Yes.
make your roll, let me go ahead and add your modifiers, all of them.
Okay.
Let's see. We're gonna go with. It is a small target, which is going to be effectively hand-sized. Okay, hand size is a -4 modifier, and the fact that it is definitely not moving, I'm going to give you a +2 to that, and it is a really close shot, so we're going to give you another +3. So effectively, you get a +1.
And then do I also get my normal +3 for the ACC bonus?
No,
for
you
my
didn't take
dice?
a full round to
Okay, I just was double
the only
checking.
time you get that is whenever you take a full
So
round.
I have a +1 to my roll right
Yes.
now. Okay.
If you take 2 rounds, you get the accuracy +1.
Okay.
If you take 2 rounds or pardon me, 3, it's
Well, I
accuracy
didn't need
+2.
that bonus, but thank you for it.
Okay.
I got 5, 6, a 9 to a 13.
Alrighty.
Nicely done.
You just shot the glyph. Go ahead and roll damage.
But you didn't shoot the puppy.
I rolled an 11 damage.
11. Okay.
I think it's defaced.
I'd hope so.
Give me a dex roll.
Because it blows up.
Now, shrapnel.
My dex is an 11 and I rolled a 13.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
But that's part of why I was having the trash can as
yeah.
a barricade.
Yeah.
So,
So you're only going to take half damage.
oh,
There's an explosion of green flame that erupts around the can.
fire is not my friend.
No, it's not most people's friend.
Oh.
Fire bad.
Fire's the only thing that's been doing damage to me.
Yeah, I take 3 points of damage from the fire.
Oh, I'm so glad I healed from the last fire.
you should stay away from the fire.
No kidding.
Love that.
When the
I'm unconscious, by the way.
okay, got it. When the explosion happens,
I'm
With
at
3?
12.
she
I was
still
at
had.
I had taken 9 damage and healed once, and then I just took 3, and I have a health of an 11. So I'm at
yes.
12.
Huh?
I have 12 damage essentially done to me.
So you're at -1.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, who? Do I have first aid?
No,
I think I do.
the one that does is Ross.
Well, yeah, but
And
he
myself.
may be snapping out.
I have it
hopefully.
as well.
You have
You
it as
do?
well? Okay, you can stabilize me.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
I don't want to die to fire.
Well, you know, it's more die of projectiles than
It's
fire.
magic fire.
Yeah.
The first one wasn't magic fire. But
The first one?
Conventional fire?
it was conventional fire.
Yeah. In
Traditional.
a basement.
Maybe magic fire doesn't burn like conventional fire.
Well, it doesn't continue burning, so that's a plus.
So it's more like an explosion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
but
more of a singeing effect.
yeah, but it does put her unconscious, and once she's at negative, she needs to be stabilized, otherwise she's slowly going to continue to die.
So someone needs
but-
to run to me. and help
Okay,
me.
on the brighter side, if you die, your books will probably sell a lot better.
Ouch.
True.
And so you're unconscious. When the explosion happens, the woman who was breaking collapses and doesn't appear to be any worse for wear, but obviously she's not well.
She's not
Thomas.
good for wear.
Your initiative.
What is going on with Ross? Is he still doing the searching around kind of thing? Is he-
Might want to knock me over, by the way, since I got knocked unconscious.
Yeah, she Ross
Back.
stands up. What happened? What was that? And that's as far as he's getting.
Check on Gwen. To Ross.
Okay. When he gets back to his initiative, he'll be able to check her. Ross would have been before you. That brings it to her, and she is doing nothing. JJ?
I'm gonna get inside the phone booth and
Change
pick up
into
the receiver and say, "Who is this?"
No, there is no gurgling. There is none of that. She says, all you hear is a sigh, and then it clicks. Goes to a dial tone. But there was a definite sigh that you heard.
Does it sound like a German sigh? Japanese sigh?
Mm.
Sorry.
Do I know? Did it sound like more like? I feel like guys sigh differently than women do. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely seemed masculine.
What women sigh.
okay. With that, I guess I'll kind of look back out to see kind of what happened with the explosion and everything like that.
Okay, so you do that, get the definitely masculine sigh, look out and be like, she has collapsed fully on the ground, and there is definitely a pool of blood around her, as well as vomit, and yeah. That's probably going to be enough for you for this round.
Yeah.
Gwen,
Unconscious.
unconscious. Oh yeah.
Did
Ross.
I roll anything? Or
Huh?
no?
Oh no.
No, you don't have to worry about. Well,
Start
actually,
your
yes.
death rolls.
Technically speaking, you wouldn't necessarily have passed out. I should have made you roll this before. Give me a health roll.
I rolled my health exactly.
You didn't pass out. You're just like you're pushing through the pain. And since I forgot to give you the roll last time, I'm just going to give you both of the rolls now. So you're still pushing through the pain. This hurts, but I'm awake.
I'm sitting down.
And you're going to have to make a one every round from here on in order to remain conscious.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly walk towards Ross so he can help me.
Are you slowly walking or are you sitting down?
I'm sitting and like, come here.
Everything hurts.
You take one step forward and you realize, this sucks. You sit
Get
down.
over here.
Ross is like, are you hurt?
Okay. Ross has first aid. Okay. He comes over and immediately, crap, I left my bag in the car, but stay here. Lay down. He takes his jacket off and rolls it up to use as a pillow for you. Keep your head elevated. Somebody get her feet elevated. And he takes off running. All right. That's going to be Thomas now.
I'm going to run over to her and help Ross.
Okay.
So, elevate my feet, like he said.
Okay. JJ.
JJ.
Conversely, I'm going to go over to her and see if she's okay. Seeing
I'm
that
betting
obviously
she's not.
Gwen's being taken care of.
Okay. She has not passed out, but she's fighting to stay awake, just like Gwen is.
Do I notice any like hemorrhaging wounds or anything like that?
Nothing that you can see on the outside.
Okay.
Is her arm still backward?
Yeah, she's still. Well, it's not backwards. She ended up basically getting a break, so it snapped, and then she's got the elbow on the other side of the snap. So she's got a. She's able to do a depending on the angle, a W or an M.
So, basically the kind of break where if someone's having a seizure and already has fragile bones, and if you were to grab them wrong.
Or they have a seizure and a muscle contraction.
Yeah, this is an extreme seizure, and it broke the arm. Jail would be better than this.
Well, she's still conscious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get you taken care of and do something to stabilize her.
Okay, give me a first aid roll.
That's too high.
How bad?
Let's see, that's 11, 15. But I've got a first aid of 16, so.
Alright!
I thought you were going to have to anesthetize you.
Here! Okay, you get her into a recovery position with the broken arm on top. So if she has any more vomit come up, it's not going to choke her. You're also making certain that she's got all of her airways clean. The coughing and the fact that she's talking, you're reasonably confident that she's not going to choke to death on anything. But you're making certain that if she passes out, she doesn't have anything else happen.
Aspirate.
So, doesn't aspirate. Gwen, while you're laying there, give me another health roll to see if you're staying conscious.
Yep, I'm conscious.
Okay.
Yay.
Alright, I think we're going to break from initiative at this point, and we're just going to periodically make you roll to see if you're staying awake. What else are you wanting to do? We'll just go around the table from here.
I'm just gonna keep asking her questions as to why was she scared of us, who'd she call on the phone, that kind of thing.
So, leading with why were you scared of us? That was the first question you asked. I wasn't scared of you. I just didn't want caught. Okay. Danny, what are you doing other than sitting there? Are you doing anything else? Just waiting for Ross to get back?
Since I'm handled and I know Ross is coming back. Thomas, keep eye out for cops and check on JJ.
In GURPS, you can actually have the disadvantage of one eye, so you can actually have a glass eye.
Oh, God. Okay.
There is a rule mechanic for that. Also, if you have only one eye, any distance things, you're at a penalty to because of poor depth perception. So, gun skill is much harder with only one eye. All right, so
shoot you in the head. Well, he's 3 miles away. How are you going to do that?
very carefully. So you're getting up. Are you leaving her to go check on JJ, or are you staying
No, I'm
there?
still going to stay with her, but I'm going to keep an eye on him.
Okay, so ignoring half of what she says, but keeping an eye out for cops is not a bad idea. Okay.
I'm really surprised I haven't showed up yet.
All told, it's been about 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Well, cops generally have between
2 to 5 minutes.
2 to 5 minutes depending upon the neighborhood. And this is a reasonable neighborhood, so you're thinking you're in that time frame, 2 to 5. Okay, next question that you asked was, who were you talking to? Colin. Colin, of course.
Okay.
You're still drilling for information.
Yeah.
Let's see if she's staying awake. Okay, she is.
Caught doing what?
You guys were obviously investigating the radio broadcast.
The radio broadcast. I was just curious about some of the things that you guys were selling, maybe for my my company. This wasn't our intention at all.
Saves a load of crap.
Called out.
She also has detect lies.
Okay.
Okay, Ross has made it back around to you with the bag, so he's going to start working on you to make certain this is going to hurt. And he's going to give you an adrenaline shot.
Oh my god.
Do I heal
Close your
with
eyes.
it?
Not heal fast, but you're going to stay conscious long enough that he can get you to advanced medical care.
Say close your eyes because you don't want to see the shot coming.
Yep.
Okay.
The needle is ridiculous.
Ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
No.
It's not quite that big, but it's close because it has to
He's
penetrate.
talking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost
Just
that
gonna-
big around because it's going to have to go through, and he's going to be doing an injection to your heart.
You stab her 3 times? No, you stab her 1 time.
Just once. Pulp Fiction. If you've never seen it, it's
It's
one of
good.
the best movies of all
It's
time.
so good.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a roll for his first aid.
Oh, please be good.
He passes.
Okay.
9.
You live. For now.
He made it by 4.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
good.
so you live good.
Okay. So, you know how he sat bolt upright? You're fighting against that, and he's helping to fight against that. Because Ross is like, hold her down. What? Oh! Give me opposed strength rolls.
Well, I can tell you, unless that's... Can you roll a 0? I didn't make it.
I didn't make it either.
Okay, well, both of you are ineffective. So, you at this point, the only thing that's keeping you down is the fact that Ross has put his hand on your forehead. You're not doing a good job of holding onto her shoulders to keep her down, and she's
I'm actually at her feet.
oh.
I probably just got kicked. At least.
Well, she's trying to set up, and essentially what you tried to do was hold her legs.
So I helped her set up.
You didn't help her set up. You ended up collapsing in between her legs.
Get off me.
Awkward. Not that awkward. It's not like, Wonder Woman and Flash and the yeah.
You're not quite exploring the jungle yet.
Yeah.
Why did you word it like that?
Because it's funny.
This was the 80s.
This was the 80s!
Don't do this bad thing.
You end up collapsing in between her legs, and you're caught up right around knee to face region for you. So you're like, oh, please don't knee me in the head. Don't knee me in the head.
I can nose.
Yeah. And if it looked like she felt like you were intending to do this, odds are good she'd probably do it. Because no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would totally understand this.
Yes.
Because I don't remember if we stated if I'm in one of my work skirts or if I'm in pants.
Let's say pants.
Yeah.
Just
For
safety's
comfort.
sake.
Well, and there was the potential for all sorts of stupid. It's cold.
Okay.
It will.
Pants.
Yep. Pants.
I wanted to clarify that at
I'd
this
like
moment
to be able to
because
say
this
giant
is
pants.
very awkward.
Sing the praises of pants. It's actually a song. MST3K. Desiree introduced it to me.
Okay. Good times.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My next question, I suppose, would be, what was that glyph and why did it mangle you?
She looks and says, "It was put there by Colin's boss." And she's unconscious.
Still breathing?
She's still breathing. I just failed her health roll, shows she's unconscious now.
Well, he did stabilize her though. No, he did
No.
a basic first aid.
He did a basic first aid to make certain that she didn't aspirate. And that a basic first aid isn't going to keep her from passing out, it's going to keep her from dying.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully.
that's the goal. So, that's as many questions as you got before she passed out. Are you guys waiting for advanced medical care, or are you gonna DD Mal? Ross is of the opinion that we can move her, but we're gonna want to be as gentle as possible with her, and she should probably go to the hospital now. What about
Her or
you?
her?
Probably.
Oh, her too.
Well, we don't want to go in that car.
Not going to go very far.
And it's my car that we drove up here, plus your truck.
Truck.
Okay.
Call
I
it Ben for a
am
reason.
going to loot the car before we leave. See if there's anything.
See if there's anything else.
In the trunk, in the glove box, that looks interesting.
Okay.
Under the
There's.
seats.
Confiscate the weapon too.
Yeah, absolutely. We take a 38.
Okay. Rush up, grab the 38, go to the car, check the glove box. There's a bunch of random papers. You don't know if any of it's important, so you just grab it all and stuff it in your coat. And grab the keys out of the ignition, go around, use the other key for the trunk. Yep. Pop the trunk, and in the back you can see a spare. There's a duffel bag, and that's essentially it, other than a collection of cassettes. And it's obviously music cassettes.
Okay.
At least that's what it looks like.
Say.
Yeah.
So, based off of health conditions, I'm still conscious.
Give me a roll. We'll see about that.
We'll see about that.
Have you guys used cassette tapes?
Missed
very
about
much?
one.
This is the point when you finally pass
Not
out.
8 tracks, cassette tapes.
Okay, never mind about what I was saying.
Yeah, I had a Walkman.
Sorry.
when I was little.
Do you know about the little tabs on cassette tapes?
Mhm.
These guys. Okay, on the back side of the cassette tape, on the opposite side of where the tape itself is 2 little squares, one on each end of it. If there's plastic there, you can record onto that tape. When you buy a cassette tape that from a store that's like got an album or a music tape, those are busted out. Okay, so you cannot record over it. However, with that being said, you can take some cellophane tape over the top of it, and then you can record over it again. You know, anytime you record over it, you destroy what was recorded before.
Right.
But you can do covert stuff there.
Okay. Let's worry about the ladies now because both of us are unconscious.
Yeah, both of them are unconscious.
Oh, you failed to?
I
She-
just
she
failed
just-
while you were talking.
She just passed out.
Because I was in the middle of trying to suggest something, and then Dad told me to make a roll, and then I passed out.
Well, that's not good.
So, Ross is all for helping to get both of them to a hospital at this point, or focusing just on her.
I would say make a 911 call from the payphone that she wasn't in. Say there's an unconscious woman behind such and such store, give her the address, and everybody else beat feet.
With that,
Okay.
we know that she is like Colin in that she's got like the smaller triangles.
Right.
She's pretty well indisposed of as of right now, and she's talkative. So
you think we should
that's kind
snag her up?
of I think we should kidnap her.
Okay, that's so the two of you are discussing that. I think she's going to be an asset to take right now.
As I'm filling the duffel bag with the papers and the cassettes, and putting it over my shoulder.
What about her health? Who's going to give her advanced care? Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc might be able to do that. So,
If he's at the lab.
Well, regardless of where he's at, wait if you can get him,
get a hold of him,
get a hold of him.
he can come to us. Possibly. Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
We can put her in the back of the pickup, throw a tarp over.
Which one? Both of them?
Call
Now,
it bed for a reason.
Yeah.
you don't have to make it.
And then there's her car.
I would
my
say
brain-
let Ross take her in her car, and then you and I can take my truck with her covered in the bed.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're cool with that.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Ross
Well-
actually has driving.
I was about to say,
What is
who
it?
has driving? Because my character would have cared about that. I realize she's unconscious, but
Yeah, you're unconscious. So
Well, you've got drive, right?
I'm unconscious.
So, but you still got drive.
Just put
so
her in the
somebody
seat.
with drive is in the car. Okay.
That's not the logic I was following.
I know. He's an
You know
ambulance.
exactly where I was going.
He's an ambulance driver. He's got drive
Okay.
because he actually knows how to make it. Well, no, he didn't make it. I made it for him. Made sense for an ambulance driver to have the drive skill, and he rolled an 8. He's got you, no problem. So he's driving you in your car.
Did you guys
Are-
communicate hospital or what?
Well, we're gonna have to take care of her first somewhere.
Well, okay. Take care of her first. Who? Are you talking about her and Ross?
Not her. I'm talking about
Okay.
our passenger.
Okay.
I would say you and Ross go to the hospital and we'll go to the dock.
Okay. So
Also, does your truck have a back seat? Because these
No.
lizard folk are kind of.
It's a single cab,
Okay.
standard pickup.
And that's where she goes, is in the back.
okay. So, are you driving the truck around to the back and loading her up, or are you going to drag her in front of 2 stores to? There we are. So you drive around to the back of the store.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 of you load her into the back. Pull the tail bed back in place.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the truck and drive off. Not going particularly fast.
Nope, doing it nonchalant.
As you're doing this, what that employee who had poked his head out,
Did you see my tailgate and my tag and describe the truck?
he's on the phone. You
I
can
figured.
see him using the store phone, describing. Hey, there was lots of guns fired. I don't know if anybody's been hit, but there was lots of gunshots. Off you go. Go ahead and give me a drive roll.
Do you have drive?
I
We
don't
made a big
remember.
deal about
I
that.
don't remember.
Well, it is his
I
truck.
do have driving
Okay.
and boating.
Well, driving is the one that applies.
You know
right
what?
now.
I think I'm going to take the boating one.
No.
It's the same as the driving.
Oh.
Doing good.
You're luck is available to you again. It's honestly already been. We're at 8:47.
I made it by 1.
Oh, okay. Just saying.
Yeah. Good to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And that means we're not going to be doing too much more tonight.
Okay.
But, honestly, this is probably going to be a good place to call it for the night.
Okay.
Now, communicating. Getting people into vehicles. Ross would have been talking about, hey, I don't know exactly what hospitals they got here in Waxahachie, but I know where all of them are in Dallas. We should be able to get them safely back to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Okay.
And he tells you the hospital that is furthest south in Dallas, meet there.
Okay.
So he's advising
Are you
to
the
bring
only one that has contact with the mayor?
No,
I
all
believe
of
I
you.
do as well.
Yeah, he definitely is contact.
Okay.
She gave out most of that information to people because she wanted to make certain everybody could contact everybody that was
Well,
necessary.
I told everyone the code to talk to
Somebody that's
secretary.
not terribly injured or incapacitated needs to get a hold of the mayor and say that what happened and that we need to get the heat pulled off of us.
I
That's-
want to give input, but I'm unconscious, so I can't.
Right. Well, that's going to be up to you. If you'd like to, we do have a few minutes if you want to try to. However, that's going to be a case of get to the hospital and then use a hospital phone or leave to use a personal phone.
I think that, because I don't think that they had the technology back then to like communicate like throughout departments to explain what was going on yet. Is that correct?
Interdepartmental communication is a lot hinkier with the 1985
like
time
different
frame.
precincts wouldn't communicate real good with each other.
Yeah.
I would say that then different towns would be even worse. So
Yeah.
I think we'd be okay for the time being,
If we
especially
can get out of the town.
because none of us have bullet wounds or anything like that
Now-
that would throw red flags to.
Now, they can put out an APB and a BOLO, and NCIC is available at this time. So, and whenever you send a BOLO out on NCIC, it goes statewide. So, people who are at stations are going to be getting those reports, but people who are regularly out in the field, they're having to listen to the radio transmissions of, we have a new BOLO that has come across, be on the lookout for this type of vehicle and this license plate, if they have that plate.
And that's if the guy that's on the phone describing this
Mhm.
is in a clear enough mindset to give good information, which on the average, everybody sees something different.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to be okay just to take her to the hospital. And if they ask, well, why'd you take her? It's, well, she broke her arm.
Well, it looked like she was pretty severe, and we didn't want to take the time to wait for an ambulance.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to call it good with that. We're going to pick up then next gaming session. You guys will be back in Dallas. And let's see, this happened at approximately 9 in the morning.
Yeah, we
No, 10, because they opened at 10.
Yeah.
And you tried to make it so that you were there not long after opening. So we're going to say we'll pick up at about 2 in the afternoon.
At the hospital?
At the hospital.
Okay.
At which point they will have administered enough medication to you and done enough treatment to you that hopefully you're conscious.
Question will be how much I'm healed.
Right. Generally speaking, you can only heal 1 point overnight unless you're having advanced medical health care. Advanced medical health care, that's going to be able to get you 2 to 3. And then there's other things because, well, if next session, which hopefully next session he shows up, Mark's character could try a green vial on you.
Oh.
Question. Is magical fire, does she have burns?
But she had burns anyway.
Physical burns on the outside of her body that
The effect that you can see doesn't look like it.
Okay.
It looks like it was more of a concussive blast that actually.
How long had it been since the actual fire had got her?
Yesterday.
So she's still got burns.
She's still got burns on her arm and her
The
lower
reason
back.
I'm asking is because you're going into the hospital
With day old burns.
with day old burns. They could do advanced care thinking that this is a side effect from the original burn. And it might help you heal faster.
Next question.
Yes, sir.
Mystery lady, when she broke her arm, did the bone go through the skin at all, or?
It did not.
So
Okay.
it's not a compound fracture.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Does she have any like scrapes or anything on her?
The only thing that you can see externally is the broken bone.
Okay.
When she fell, she didn't hardly scrape herself at all.
And then she's covered in.
Blood and chunky
Blood.
She's
fluids.
got stuff that erupted out of her mouth all over her blouse.
Blood and chunky fluids.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty sure she had
Did you
pizza.
happen to find any IDs or anything in vehicle registration?
Well, we
or
haven't
anything?
gone through all of that yet.
He just threw everything in
He
the
just
duffel.
threw everything in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something that we'll go over then beginning of next gaming session. So we will have a complete list of all the things that you were able to find in the duffel as well as in the glove box. Okay? And so now we're ready for what people learned. Regularly I start over on this side, so we're going to start with you, Jake.
Oh,
What did you learn tonight?
I learned that violence can escalate very quickly, and magic can affect good and bad people, no matter who sets the trap. I thought JJ did an excellent job of, under the circumstances, continued to interrogate her and had good mindset on trying to use her as an asset and hang on to her. Thought Gwen's shot of taking out the glyph was excellent, even though she took some damage for it. She still got it in one shot, and it did what I was hoping it would do, which would nullify the powers. So I thought everybody performed pretty darn good this time. Even Ross.
With what little he did.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
I'll leave it at that.
Go with 2 experience.
Awesome.
Oh, 3. I was really hoping that. Yeah, I'll save the reveal on that until next gaming session. Well,
So do I
props.
use it
Oh,
under,
okay.
do I put the experience under total points or unused points?
unused.
Unspent, okay.
Yeah, because effectively your total number of points is total spent,
Okay.
and then unused would be added to that for what your total.
Would you send me at some point like how the spending of XP works? I know you've told us before, but it hasn't been written down, so I keep forgetting.
Okay. When it comes to the skills, essentially whatever the logarithmic scale is, you pay the difference between the point value as it is now to the point value you're wanting to go to.
Okay.
So if you have 1 point in it to have it at IQ, and 2 points puts it at IQ plus 1, well, the difference between that is 1 point. So 1 point would bring it up. If you're trying to develop new skills, and in particular, this works heavily when it comes to between sessions, you're actually supposed to keep track of how many hours you dedicate towards learning before being able to spend points on them.
Mm-hmm.
During the adventure portion of it, the learning curve is a lot steeper, so you have greater potential to expend those experience points to boost things that you already have because you're utilizing them or having a reason to try to use them even if you fail. And you can learn a lot from a failure, even so long as you're still trying to use that skill.
Right.
For example, since we've been dealing with French codes and stuff, my character learned French.
Very cool. And, well, I've been learning lockpicking.
Yes. And he had a in-game moment that made it perfect for him to have that skill added to his repertoire. Okay? All right. So, Danny, what did you and or Gwen learn?
She learned that she does not want to deal with fire anymore for at least a good month or so.
Fire bad.
Play with fire this bit.
I learned more about the targeting with the weapons and stuff, especially with vehicles involved and everything. Didn't realize I was going to have such a negative penalty.
The penalties are...
Even after aiming, I had assumed that the aiming would have negated most of that, so that was my misinterpretation.
Yeah, all of them add together. And thankfully the vehicle wasn't moving, because then I would have to add in the speed and size range table.
Yeah. But, and then just realizing how much more active the magic stuff that my character is having, that Gwen is having trouble processing, how much more integral it is than what she originally thought it would be, because she thought it would just be a passing thing.
I did not expect the magic to be a continuing theme.
Yes.
Yes.
And realizing that even if I had a major fail, it's not necessarily going to kill me.
Yeah, critical failures aren't necessarily going to kill you. They're just going to complicate your life.
And the fact that my failure was so simple of, I didn't have a good grip.
Yep. Could have killed you. Or
Could
someone
have.
else.
Or someone else.
Yeah. But I think those are
That's what
the
you're
main
saying?
things that can vocalize without, because most of the other stuff is unconscious, so I couldn't communicate, so having to bite my tongue.
That's always
I
rough.
got a problem doing that myself, so.
That is always
Because
rough.
I was in the middle of suggesting, I'm still conscious. Ross can have just me, and I can hobble along with him to the car. You two can take care of her, and then I was knocked out.
And then he went, hey, I got an idea.
Yeah, so then
Never mind.
I had to just shush. That's probably the main stuff that I learned in this session.
Go ahead and go with 2 experience.
Actually, 4.
Oh, wait.
I got 2 bribes.
You gave me a bronze. That's not for experience. That's...
Yeah, but didn't you say that we could turn those in for 1 experience?
No.
No, it's
Inspiration.
the green. This is for inspiration. I don't know
Okay.
what the heck I'm thinking.
Okay, I thought it would work
So-
either way.
So we can do an inspiration thing for your character as far as
Take a point away.
that. Yeah, take the point away.
So
We'll
it
deal
was
with what. Yeah, the
4.
4 for you. We'll deal with what JJ learned, and then we'll deal with your inspiration, and if he has some inspiration for you as well.
I do not.
You do not. Okay.
My character learned that his fast talk is definitely his best skill. His most useful thus far. Really the communicating, like if you were to be talking about this in like a D&D kind of way, I feel like my character is becoming more of like the face of the group. So, it's kind of interesting, because I've never really been that kind of a character before, so learning to play that way is definitely a lot different. I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I'm interested to see what happens with her. Obviously, I feel like she's still kind of beholden to Colin, as she was like calling him to like give him an update. But didn't you say he was in the room, like at the store? You said Colin was.
No.
No.
No, there's a picture.
There's a
Oh,
photo.
just a picture. Okay.
There's a photo hanging on the wall of her, Colin, and another man.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, any hoodles.
And it was-
Possibly, so that with the 3 dots, maybe it's those 3 are the, the leaders.
Or it's Colin's boss.
Yeah. So, perhaps, I mean...
The question is when we're going to be able to get a better view of that picture.
Yeah, especially now. So it was kind of interesting that she was telling Colin what was going on. Obviously, we knew she had the smaller triangle, so it's...
I don't know if she realizes, though, that we didn't know about the dots.
I don't think they do know about the dots, and I, out of character, thought about asking her if she knew what she was. But then I was like, no, I'll set her off for sure. And then she passed out, and I was like, okay, well, I don't even have the opportunity to ask her then.
You know, you guys were asking or saying something about not knowing when we'd have access to get to that picture.
Yeah.
You saw the picture, correct?
Yeah.
Maybe Doc will just give you a file and you'll have some photographic memory.
I guess.
I don't know if that's an experiment he's made.
He would have to do something, and it would take a
Just
lot
a
of
thought.
in-game time.
His character has photographic memory, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
So-
not here.
But we could tell him where to go.
Well,
If it's still there.
Because they did not see him with us.
yeah. Just don't go in your car or his truck.
Yeah, right?
But we could send Doc.
So that is what I learned.
Okay. Go ahead and go with the 2 experience.
Good.
All right. Inspiration.
You might want to write it down.
Yeah.
You guys have already put forth a lot of really good ideas as far as in-game stuff that your characters would consider trying to do or are already planning on doing. Now, you mentioned, of course, the tape trick with the cassettes.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be something that you're going to want to check.
Yeah.
And he did go ahead and throw just a bunch of cassettes. Everything that he could fit into the duffel, he loaded it full from the car.
Mm-hmm.
One other thing that you might think about doing is general records checks in Waxahachie or the Dallas-Fort Worth area. One, you don't know this woman's name. So that would probably be a direct path that you hadn't mentioned yet that you would be doing, looking for any sort of business dealings or whatever. See if she's Fortune 500, crap like that. She obviously is a manager at a business. The question is, does she own the business as a manager? Is it registered with the Better Business Bureau?
So, as just a point of fact, after I shot that last lizard in the head, he just got back up, right?
No, it took him a while.
Okay.
But he started morphing back, if I remember right. Kind of like in Terminator with the
T-1000.
yeah.
This has been Dice Shrapnel. If you enjoyed this content, please consider hitting the like, share, or subscribe buttons. Awkward Down syndrome erections.
It's my new band name.